What is up, guys? Welcome back to Just a Guy on My Lunch Break, where now I have the freedom to talk about all manner of topics. This makes me extremely happy. A lot of people would love for me to just continue to discuss and talk about the K word, kratom, on a regular basis. Listen, I'm still here. I'm going to go live from time to time. If you ever have a question about the K word, I'll be glad to answer it. Be glad to give some advice on that. I've been off of it for well over 70 days now, so myself, I don't want to continue to sit and talk 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 about kratom every day because if anything, it reminds me somewhat of my heavy use of it, and then it causes me to want to go back to it. Besides, I have other shit to say. All right. So I've been kind of discussing, some popular news and news stories and stuff like that here recently. So I'm glad I'm actually spreading my wings and I'm actually able to talk about some other things. What I would like to talk about today, and I want you guys to consider this a fair warning, okay? Do not eat at McDonald's right now. I don't know how many of you out there are into fast food. How often, I know a lot of people out there eat fast food. Still, every day will eat the fast food. I myself, I'm not a big fast food guy. I'm one of those people that once every several months, maybe I'll splurge and we'll go get something that is fast food related. But for me, I'd rather it be cookout, so I can get one of their Reese's Cup shakes or something like that. Just not huge on McDonald's. But with that said, there has been a major E. coli breakout at McDonald's at the Golden Arches. Okay, so I want you guys to all be aware of that. I'm actually going to read to you a little article that I saw this evening about this. And there's actually been, I think, one person, elderly person, to pass away from this. Yes, that's correct. To pass away. E. coli can potentially be very serious if it is not detected in time. And this article tells a little bit about what happened, who's been affected, and what kind of items on the menus supposedly may have had or been contaminated with the E. coli. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit about it. Health officials are investigating an E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders in multiple states, the Center of Disease Control and Prevention said Tuesday. It's not yet known which ingredient in the hamburgers is making people sick. How about the horse meat? Maybe that's what it is. Horse meat seems to be kind of unsanitary. You know what I'm saying? They run around in the pasture, stepping in their own shit. You seen their teeth? Have you looked at a horse's teeth? There can't be anything sanitary about a horse's teeth. I know. I'm just kidding. I'm sure McDonald's Quarter Pounders are not made of horses. Okay? I think. Anyway. Slivered onions and quarter-pound beef patties, both of which are specifically used for Quarter Pounders. Really? So you're telling me, well, you're telling me that quarter-pound beef patties are what's used to make Quarter Pounders? You're full of shit. You think I'm an idiot? You think I'm an idiot. Who would ever guess that quarter-pound beef patties are what they use to make Quarter Pounders? They must think I'm a fucking dummy. Anyway, that's not just extremely obvious. Those two things are being looked at. So the slivered onions, Quarter Pounder with cheese. I gotta admit to you, I'm not big on McDonald's. I'm not big on fast food in general. But I have to be completely honest when I say my favorite item on the McDonald's menu is absolutely 1,000,000% the quarter pounder with cheese. I got to be honest here. It's been quite a while since I've had one. A lot of you who know me know that I'm a little bit of a health nut, so I actually don't eat fast food. I'm the kind of guy that eats, yogurt, avocado, grapes, nuts, drinks tons of water. Not the kind of nuts you're thinking of. Drink tons of water, and then for my proteins, I'm typically, chicken, some beef here and there. I do eat some red meat, but I'm not like a guy who's just constantly, red meat, red meat, red meat. Now, don't get me wrong. At least once a week, I go eat a big meal of Mexican food, and I take the queso and I dump it all over my rice and my beef and my whole meal and shit. I'm just like, and I'm like a fucking savage maniac who hasn't eaten a meal in a week and a half. I mean, I do that at least once a week. So don't think I'm this little, nitpicky little bird, I don't like that. No. This mofo likes just about anything. If it's not getting up and running off of my plate, I'll probably like it. And then even if it is running off my plate, if I can catch it, I still would probably like it. Just kidding, not that bad. But I'm not a person who is picky by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just not. Just not picky. And I've always been that way. So, but with that said, quarter pounders are absolutely my favorite thing on the menu. But stay away from the quarter pounders. Okay? I'm going to continue to read. I'm going to move on here. At least 49 people in 10 states have been sickened. One person, an older adult in Colorado, has died. 10 people have been hospitalized, including a child who developed a kidney disease called, and I'm going to screw this right on up, hemolytic uremic syndrome. I don't know, I might have got that right. Hemolytic uremic syndrome. Now it says here, oh man, it says an older adult in Colorado has died. You're like, oh, don't worry about it. That's in Colorado, man. That's in Colorado, dude. That doesn't affect me here, wherever I'm at. Wrong. When it's a franchise, a world, not just an international franchise, but a worldwide franchise like McDonald's, you best believe that shit is getting pre-made, pre-packaged, frozen, and then from different hubs sent to all manner of locations. So I would not trust for one bit that the horse meat that's on your quarter pounder living in New York is too much different than the horse meat on the quarter pounder in Colorado or wherever else it is. Okay? I wouldn't bet that. I wouldn't put my money on that. I just wouldn't. It's McDonald's. They've franchised, and unfortunately, that's the way it works with franchises, okay? A franchise, and here I am about to treat you like an idiot, like you don't know what a franchise is. A franchise is when a particular business has decided to expand and, share ownership with others who decide to buy into or buy a McDonald's, right? And this has been going on for years. It's something that Ray Kroc, the original founder of McDonald's, good freaking movie, by the way. You should watch the movie about Ray Kroc and how he started McDonald's as an aging businessman. He was like a door-to-door salesman type guy, and 52 years old when he came up with the concept of franchising McDonald's. And it was a good movie because he was a cutthroat businessman, and there's some little minor indications that he not necessarily stole the idea, but he kind of did steal the idea. Meaning he got a hold of it and put a stamp on it and branded it and trademarked it before the other guys were able to do that. So he didn't necessarily come up with the idea of fast food. He saw someone else, a smaller chain, doing it, and then he was the one that was like, a light bulb went off in his head, and he was like, this shit could be huge. So then he got it trademarked and did all that stuff, and he made it legally his under his name and trademarked it before the smaller group of guys smaller chain was able to do it, and so it's really really good movie. So anyway, I'm getting off track. You'll learn. I tend to do that. So where was I going with that? So yeah, so McDonald's, once something becomes franchise and it becomes not just national but international, and then you end up where you've got thousands, even millions. I mean, I wish I knew what the number was. What's the number? I'm about to find out right now. Number of McDonald's franchises worldwide. I bet this number is going to blow all of our minds. As of 2024, there are, oh, that's not as many as I thought. I figured it was going to be, that was kind of stupid of me to think it was going to be in the millions. I really did think that. McDonald's is everywhere. As of late, millions a lot though. As of late 2024, there are around 45,000 McDonald's locations worldwide. Think about that though. That's a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? That's locations. 45,000, almost 50,000 McDonald's locations worldwide. That's quite a lot. I mean, that's a very large, substantial franchise. I wonder if that's the biggest. I wonder if they're the biggest franchise in the world. Let's see. What is the world's largest franchise? McDonald's. Damn, I'm good. Yeah, McDonald's is the world's largest franchise, and this site here says over 38,000 restaurants. Of course, this is probably written several years ago. 38,000 restaurants in more than 100 countries. Okay, so here was the point I was making. Once a restaurant like this begins to franchise, which means they begin to branch out and they begin to have more of them, more locations, they begin to edge further and further and further away from strong a strong managerial approach. So you don't have as much management, and the original idea that got you there, and the original not thought process, the original hopes and dreams for that particular restaurant start to kind of get lost in the translation. They start to get lost amongst all the people, and then you've got people making, I don't know what they're making. It's going to sound like I'm throwing off on people who work for McDonald's, when in actuality I hear they're probably actually getting paid pretty good these days for what they do. But nonetheless, you're still getting people making minimum wage or just above in these locations working. It's their first job. Many of them don't give a shit about it. So when you start, the bigger a franchise gets and the larger a franchise gets, in some cases this growth is detrimental to the quality of service and the quality of the actual product that the restaurant or the service that is provided. Okay, and that's with anything. The bigger you get, the more people you have to get. The more people you have to get to run that operation. Okay, so that's why this is happening to McDonald's. They have 45,000 locations worldwide. That's a lot of people that are employed, and that's not to even mention that's just the franchises. That's not including the people that work corporately. That's not including the companies. I'm pretty sure McDonald's owns their own manufacturing facilities that send this horse meat out where you can get your quarter pounder and your Big Macs with it. Let's see. Let's find out right now. Let's find out. Does McDonald's have their own manufacturing facility? Bet they do. Oh, no. McDonald's does not have its own manufacturing facility. Instead, McDonald's works with a variety of suppliers to source ingredients and products for their restaurants. 2 out of 3. First time I've been wrong. McDonald's founder Ray Kroc believed in outsourcing the supply chain to build a transparent model for suppliers and franchises. So they get provided by people like Lopez Foods. Oh, Lopez Foods provides USDA inspected beef for patties. Huh. So I think we know now who is to blame. Lopez Foods. It's Lopez Foods' fault. They're the ones giving everybody E. coli. I'm just saying, be careful at McDonald's. This is actually going around. Almost 50 people have actually been hospitalized for this, and I know I have a manner of people listening from all over. So I don't know where you're from, but be careful with the McDonald's. There is an E. coli breakout, and you know what? What kind of things can happen to you if you get E. coli? E. coli symptoms. Let's read about E. coli symptoms. E. coli symptoms vary depending on the type of E. coli and can include diarrhea, which is often bloody and severe. Damn. Okay. Stomach cramps, vomiting, fever, which may be low or higher grade than 102, bloody urine. Damn. Signs of dehydration, such as little or no urination, dark urine, dry mouth, excessive thirst, dizziness, lightheadedness. Signs of hemolytic uremic syndrome. That's what the kid came down with. Uremic syndrome, which can be life-threatening. Symptoms usually appear 3 to 4 days after exposure to the bacteria, but can range from 1 to 14 days. Most people recover without treatment after 5 to 7 days. However, some people may develop HUS, which is the uremic syndrome. It's a kidney issue, which requires hospitalization. Children and elderly are more likely to develop the complication. Okay, so anyway, don't eat at McDonald's. Don't eat at McDonald's. Wait a hot minute. Because right now, McDonald's is killing people. All right? All right? They're killing motherfuckers at McDonald's right now. All right? Mickey D's is murdering motherfuckers. All right? Do not eat at McDonald's. The Golden Arches are out of the question right now. Run on down the street to Wendy's. If you're going to do fast food, run on down the street to, I like Cookout because it tastes more like an actual cooked Burger King. That's another one. Hardee's, depending on where you're from. If you're up north, you might hit up a Jack in the Box. I don't know. Just don't go to McDonald's for a hot minute. All right? Because you can get E. coli, and you will be pissing out of your ass for a week. Or worse, develop kidney issues. Or worse, it could be fatal. And I'm trying to look out for you guys. I don't want any of my over 1,000 subscribers now. Let's go. I don't want any of my over 1,000 subscribers to get E. coli. All right? Stay away from McDonald's. I'll do a short and let you know when everything's good and when they're cleared. Okay? And if you have eaten at McDonald's recently, you might want to keep an eye on your health for the next several days. All right? Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of content. Like the video and leave a comment down there. Not down there, but down below the video. All right? See you guys next time. Peace.